Hi, we should be live. Things should be working.
Hey.
Yay! Welcome back to our Call of Cthulhu Shadows Over Stillwater campaign. We have been away for a little bit. We're back. We're inside a mountain cave. There's some kind of underground complex here that the investigators have discovered with the help of Hank Hanreddy, who they really just wanted to catch and bring back to the big city for trial, but things haven't gone as planned, so they entered this strange mountain complex through a tunnel into a larger entryway, and we left off with our intrepid reporter, Olive, making a run for one of the tunnels. Intentions, gotta get the scoop. So we're gonna say hi to everybody, and then we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully things go okay. Don't forget, this is Call of Cthulhu. There could be, questionable content things. If you are watching and you need to step away, great. The players know if there's anything that comes up. No questions asked. They can safety tools into the chat or take a break at any time, because that's how we do the things here. Everybody's here to have fun. So, all right, we're going to go around and say hi, and we're going to start with D-Sword. Hello.
Hi, Jeanette. Hi, everybody. I am Derek Sword. I'm DSword16 on Twitter, Twitch, and Discord. And I'm definitely excited to be back. I'll save the majority of my plugs for the end. But for this game, I am going to be once again Sol Henson, who is a Civil War Union veteran who has gotten himself into a mighty bit of trouble and mystery and intrigue on this particular venture, and is deeply concerned for Olive's safety.
As are we all. And how about you, Vex? How are you?
Hello. Pretty good. Just disappointed in Olive. But what's new?
That's fair. And tell us, who are you playing again, just to remind everybody?
I'm playing Kiyo Higa, well, you guys don't really know much about her yet, aside from she's a badass. And she lost an arm in the war.
All right. And Callie, how are you? How's Olive today?
I'm good.
How those buses feel?
I know. I'm doing okay. Olive might not be doing too great. Anyway, I am Callie, and I'm playing Olive Archer, the journalist who is very impulsive and does things that I think are stupid but kind of fun at the same time. But she's in a little pickle right now, and we'll see how that goes.
That is a very fair assessment. Little pickle. I mean, I don't know. It all depends on what is around the corner or up the cavern, as it were. So, yes, as we come back into this adventure, Olive is running away from the rest of you, heading for the more distant of the two tunnels that look like they kind of start to arc and wind upward. And sort of like runs into the tunnel and is kind of bolts around the corner. As the rest of you just sort of, there's a beat or two where it's like, so what do the rest of you do in the moment after Olive just bolts away?
Oh, damn it. Well, shit.
Yeah. Let's go after her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Excellent.
All right.
So, quick question. What is everybody's movement rate? Just so I know who's fast amongst you.
That's a good question.
I will check Vivacia's. And we are missing our Dr. Viola today. Unfortunately, Vivacia was not feeling well, and so Olive was able to get away because the good doctor is a little under the weather. Otherwise, she might have grabbed her by the nape of the neck like a good mom would.
My movement rate is 8.
All right.
Mine's 7.
Didn't write it down.
Olive's like, I'm like a 20.
Yeah, 20.
I had my coffee today. I'm at a 20.
Yeah. How do you calculate that?
Oh, movement rate. That is a good question. Let me double check.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Well, running off, didn't consider how fast you had to run.
I didn't think.
Do you just full stop there?
I didn't think. Yeah, I didn't think.
That's you can just be wrote on Olive's tombstone. I didn't think.
So, what are your dex and strength, Olive?
Dex is 70, strength is 45.
And what is your size?
60?
All right, so you have a movement of 8.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. It's a comparison thing. Like, if both your dex and strength are higher than your size, it's one thing. If they're lower, it's another. If one is greater, it's another thing. So, okay. So Olive is fairly fast. So she she sort of surprises you all when she runs. So she gets across this open space very quickly and around the corner. If you all give chase, Sol, you are almost as fast, so you can kind of, if you bolt across the open entrance, you can kind of get to the other side and see the tunnel as you see Olive kind of running up this tunnel that kind of is ascending up to what is possibly another level of the complex. So you're not losing sight of Olive as she does this. And Olive, you can see as you bolt into this corridor, it's a very long kind of gradual rise upward, but you're kind of running up it as fast as you can, sort of noticing the rest of your group kind of running up behind you. But since everyone is giving chase, and Hank follows after, he sort of longingly looks back at the entrance behind as everybody starts to run after Olive, and there's a beat or two where he considers, and then realizing he doesn't want to be alone up here, he doesn't know what he's going to run into, he does sort of stick with the group and follow after you all. So, as you all run into this tunnel following after Olive, you are the first one to kind of reach the next sort of larger opening as you get up. And you kind of a little out of breath as you do this, because you figure you've run this gradual upward slope. You've probably run up like nearly 100 feet once you've kind of come around this corner, and you come to what appears to be a door into a larger room. And what you see when you get to this room is level 2. All right. So, you come around the corner, and you see that there is a low-ceilinged room. It's somewhat oval-shaped. Inside is a waist-high pedestal and a single shelf. And on this shelf, you notice there's a number of strangely shaped crystals. The pedestal that you see has several small indentations along the top of it. Looking across the way, you can see that there's another bigger room beyond. And give me a listen check, please, as you get up there.
It's a success. I got a 48
Okay.
out of 60.
And also just roll me an intelligence roll as well.
Oh. Yeah, that's a 12, so success.
Okay. So, as you kind of run around the corner and you see this, you can hear what sounds like something or someone moving in the chamber beyond. But the other thing you notice is these crystals. You immediately recognize them as they look like that strange crystal that you all were investigating in the tavern, that when you touched it, you could hear things from it and things like that. Only these crystals they're sort of shimmering and glowing, and they're projecting images onto the kind of upper walls and ceiling of this oval cavern. And you recognize people and places in town that are being projected. And you can see, like, the inside of the tavern, and you can see the bartender serving drinks, and you can see a view of what looks like the porch of the general store. And you see Duncan strolling down the street with his hat in his hand, kind of looking around. A little, like, it looks a little confused as he's walking past the front of the general store. And other various locations in Stillwater. What do you do when you kind of come to this space and you see this space?
So the pedestal had like indentations. Do I feel like the crystals would fit into the indentations?
You think they would?
Okay. Well, she would come to that conclusion and run over to the crystals and gather them up so that she could put them on the pedestal.
All right, so you collect up the crystals that you can get your hands on. So you're sort of in the center of the room, and at this point, the rest of you, Solomon in the lead, the others sort of trailing behind. Dr. Markward has sort of gotten behind Hank to kind of keep one of you between him and the exit, as the rest of you run. But you sort of round the corner as Olive is collecting the last of the crystals and sort of moving over to where this pedestal sits with these indentations.
Olive, what are you doing?
There's something here, and I need to get the story. I just need to. What if all of our problems will be solved if I just put these in where they're supposed to go? Like, what if all the people who came alive just go back to being dead? And what if all of this is just
Kiyo gives all a look at this. They're already dead.
No. She just walks over to the pedestal and starts putting the crystals in.
Okay, so you all, when you come in, Olive has all these crystals, and there's no images on the walls because she has moved them all. But when she puts the first crystal in, the pedestal sort of powers up, and a more refined image that the crystal was giving off before, kind of in flicker, kind of shows itself on the wall behind the pedestal. And now all of you see Duncan. He's sort of sitting on the steps of the tavern saloon, and he's put his hat on his head, and you can actually hear him kind of humming to himself and looking up and down the street, and he's like, oh, damn, I don't even know where they all went. I hope they just didn't leave town without saying goodbye. Oh, man. And he just kind of takes his hat off, scratches his head, puts his hat back on, and just sits on the steps of the saloon.
Look!
He kind of gives her a look. Yes?
So is this something that's happening now, do you think? Or is this somehow letting us see somewhere else? Or do you think this is gonna happen? This already did happen?
I think this is what's happening right now. I think that the people in here have... This is... I know this is not... obviously. I mean... this is what's happening now, and this is how they were spying on us, and this is how this is all... I mean... You have to believe me. There's this big story here. We can uncover it. This is bigger than me, and this is bigger than Hank Hanratty, and this is bigger than whatever money we were gonna get.
That's true. You could just forget about me and just, this is your thing. I'll go back to my sisters.
Don't go anywhere.
Hank, just swear to God, not the time. So all right. No, I absolutely do believe you, all of this. I can see Duncan. I can see other places, but how is moving around some rocks go? Is this going to help us, or are you going to? Do we need to destroy these? I mean, they've definitely been spying on us for sure.
Everybody can roll an intelligence check for me.
Yeah, that's a hard success. I rolled a 6.
Olive is in the zone on this.
Yeah. Just let her go a little crazy, I guess.
Ooh, a
About
hard
4 degrees to
success.
success.
Okay. As you're seeing it, Olive's intensity, and you're looking at this image, each of you sort of remembers all the wind chimes and all the funny decorations that were various places in town, like on the hanging on the porch of the general store and hanging outside the saloon, and the mention of the salesman who had come through town and sold them to various people in town. And you realize that if you think about it, like the view of Duncan on the porch, that if you were standing where the wind chime is on the porch to the saloon, you'd have a perfect view of Duncan as you walked out of the door of the saloon. And the same with Olive, you think of the other images that you saw kind of flickering. When he was walking past up the street where the general store is, he was heading for the saloon. So if you had been on the porch of the general store where those wind chimes were, you would have seen him pass just that way. So it seems like these crystals you've collected are directly connected to all of those chimes that are hanging in town.
Do I have an idea of... this is probably not, but do I have an idea of what might happen if I put them in there? Like...
Well, you put the one in that came up, and then it had audio and video ability. So you think that this pedestal is like kind of like a movie viewer. Like you plug it in, like they reflect kind of what's happening when they're not in the pedestal, but once you put them in, you can actually see the clear video and you can hear what's being said and what's going on around the crystals that are in town. So these are some kind of spying device.
Well, looks like there's a little bit of something we'll have to do when we get back, though.
Kiyo
Chime.
and Solomon both make listen checks for me too.
Ooh, 4.
Oof. Nope.
Kiyo got a 4.
Yes.
All right, so Kiyo, you also hear what sounds like someone else moving in the chamber further on. It doesn't seem like they've noticed anyone's in here.
People just kind of look at everyone, kind of finger to mouth, and then point to the next room.
Hank looks in surprise, like he hasn't heard anything either.
She keeps her finger very clearly, like point, like up to her left, like, and she'll start reaching for her sword, and she looks to the others, and just points to the room. Okay. And starts walking. And just kind of nods and starts walking there as quietly as she can.
Ooh, do you want to roll me a stealth check?
Of course.
I like stealth checks.
Ooh, I got a 50 on the button.
All right, so you got a 50 now. Let me see.
50 over 50.
All right, so that's a 1 level of success. Let me just see. All right, let's see. All right, you slip over across the room while Olive is still standing at the pedestal. You kind of slip to the other side of the room, and you carefully sort of take a look to see who or what might be moving about next door. And as you look into the room, there's this large humanoid-shaped individual about halfway across the room. They're in this sort of tan robe that covers like from their shoulders down all the way to kind of where their feet are. But you notice the back of their head, there isn't any hair. It's just smooth, scaly skin. As they're sort of looking around, and in this room, you can see that there is a lot of equipment and various devices that maybe you don't even know exactly what they do. There appears to be a workbench and some smaller benches. There's also some shelves that line the walls. You can see that there's dozens of crystals. There's a lot of little wire filaments and bits of metal, and some weird-looking tools. Your best guess, they probably use these for cutting, soldering, etching, maybe? And they're kind of scattered about on the various work surfaces. There's also several oddly shaped chairs. You can also see that there is another passage that looks like it leaves the room to your right, so heading upward and away, and another passage on the left that goes kind of down and slopes away. And there's another doorway on the far side of the room that's open, but you can't really see what's in it. So, let's see. But this individual is the only one that you see moving about in this space.
All right. So she'll kind of look over her shoulder to see if anybody else is following her.
Yeah, I got Kiyo's back.
Okay, just roll me a stealth check as well, Sol. The doctor makes sure to stand in the other doorway so Hank doesn't get any ideas.
Hell, I had a 70. That's some BS. Roll 20 hates me. That's all right.
Yeah, roll 20 is cursed.
It is cursed. I will say, though, that luckily for you, the person in that room doesn't seem to notice you, even though Kiyo, like, you look over your shoulder like...
You just hear the clink, clink, clink of, like, the guns.
All right, so you come up behind Kiyo and sort of look in the room, and you see the same. You see this strange sort of workshop room with all these crystals and wire filaments and things, and the weird little, like, chairs. They're like, very rounded and not a lot of square edges to them and things like that. And the single individual wandering around in the room, their back's still to you, and you also note the interesting scaly skin of the head.
I'll look to Kiyo and kind of point at the scaly head thing and go,
Simple nod, kind of hand at her weapon still, and just kind of nod and, I guess, start trying to sneak over behind it.
Yeah, I should note that I have at least shouldered my my Winchester. I have my Bowie knife for being quiet.
Okay.
But Kiyo's got the katana, so I'll let Kiyo go first.
I know I not only have a katana, I also have a Bowie knife too, just in case. Kiyo is loaded with weapons, actually.
So, this individual who is apparently, looks like they're putting some things away on one of the shelves across the room, as the two of you kind of slip into the room and try to make your way across. Olive, you see your friends moving out into the other room. It's you, Dr. Viola, and Hank still in this other room. What do you want to do while they're doing that? Do you follow them to the door? Do you keep putting crystals in the machine?
Yes.
Okay, so you keep kind of applying crystals to the machine. The next one you put in as they walk away, an image comes up, and it's the inside of the sheriff's office. Almost like you're looking at the room from, like, the vantage point of his desk. And he's currently standing at one of the cell doors. He's got one hand on the cell, kind of leaning. He's got the other hand on his forehead, tipping his hat back. And he's like, why the hell did I open that up and let them out? Why the hell would I do that? Jesus Christ. And he's sort of muttering to himself, like shaking his head. Seeming more like himself than he did the last time you saw him.
Did I do Do the crystals do that? Do I think or?
What do you mean? Like, is that what the crystal is showing you?
No, never mind. It's
okay.
fine.
Oh, it's Olive's reaction. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. So that, and the image is crystal clear on the wall, and Hank's just looking at it like, he said I could go. I mean, all I had to do was ask him. I didn't do anything wrong. Miss Olive, you're gonna make sure to tell him that if we get back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as Olive's still paying attention to this, Kiyo and Sol, you manage to sort of slip across the room, and you come up behind this large fellow. What do you want to do in this moment? They're very intent on what they're doing, and they don't seem to have noticed you.
How big are we talking, Jeanette? This just like a large human, or is
So,
this bigger?
It's, you think, because right now they seem a little slouched, you think if this person stood up to full height, they probably stand close to 7 feet tall from floor to head. You also notice as you've gotten closer that there is sort of like a tail kind of moving underneath the robe. But this one is also, like, as you get closer, you do note that this individual seems pretty well, like, built, like very well muscled under there. But you don't notice that they have any kind of weapons that you recognize on them at the moment.
No, just being a 7 foot tall snake person, that's weapon enough.
The dogs agree.
Apparently. I'll kind of just motion to Kiyo, just I'll go low, you go high. You're shorter than me. We'll reverse that.
The idea, I was about to make that joke of the idea of Kiyo, the 4'8" tall woman going high, is really funny to me.
I like the idea that Kiyo's like just looked at Solomon and waited a beat, and Sol's like,
Verse that. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so I just need to know, what are both of your dexterities?
25.
Okay.
55.
And I'll ask, what's Olive's, just in case?
70.
Okay.
Yeah, my dex is very low.
That's okay. So,
It fits for Kiyo perfectly.
So because you have successfully crept up on this individual, I'll let you two decide between the two of you which one wants to make the initial move. You'll each get to do something prior to this person getting to do anything, because so far he or she doesn't seem to know you're there.
You want to go first or me?
I was thinking Kiyo go for the legs and then kind of even the playing ground.
The legs, in quotes.
But she said there was a tail.
Yeah.
I assumed that there's...
That's why I said legs. There's no. I'm assuming it's a snake person.
Is this like half snake, half person, or is
Hard
this...
to tell. There's a bit. Their robe goes pretty much.
There's a robe. Okay.
Yeah.
I would say just from how the picture looks, though.
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah.
Kiyo will go for that then.
For the spine, then. We know it
She'll
has
have to
that.
cut it down to size. All right, I'm gonna make an attack with my sword.
All right. I'm gonna say roll an advantage die, just because you do have sort of a surprise round.
Advantage is the 10s one,
Yeah,
right?
you roll two 10s, and you take the better of the 10s, so the lower 10s.
All right, so that is a 25, which is a 25 out of 80. So
Okay, so that would be extreme. No, that would be hard success.
5 degrees success.
Okay, so roll damage.
All right, that will be, let's put that in there. D8 plus a D6. $12 points of damage.
Okay. So you stab at this individual with your sword, surprising her. She lets out a pained, horrified hissing sound as you stab her. Let's see here. Archon. And she collapses to the ground in a heap after you stab her, and is lying on the ground, bleeding heavily and unconscious.
Kiyo looks rather surprised that went as well as it did. And then looks to Sol and just kind of puts the sword back into its sheath and goes to drag the body a bit back, just so it's not in the main air, or more or less like drag it back a bit so it's not able to be seen from the passageways.
Okay, so Kiyo grabs one of the legs or the tail, like you do grab, and it's like, oh yeah, this is a tail, and starts with one arm like trying to muscle this back. I'm sure Sol probably steps in to assist.
Yeah, he kind of just looks at his Bowie knife for a second and just goes, and then kind of looks at the katana. It's just,
I just picture it one day I'll get to use you.
it's all right, Roberta. We'll get to you someday.
It's like, next time I'll tell Kiyo I'm gonna go first.
Just, I imagine that Kiyo does like the very flashy, katana sheathing where it, kind of slides along. And he just kind of just tucks the Bowie knife back in.
And well, I think it's even more impressive that she's doing it one-handed.
Right.
So just somehow.
Yeah, so let me help you with your snake corpse.
All right, so both of you just do me a favor. Roll me a strength roll to drag this kind of heavy, slumped unconscious form away. Solomon gets a good grip and starts grabbing.
I got a 9.
Okay, so you're easily pulling it back across the room. Both of you just roll me a listen check again.
Hey, that's another 9.
Okay. All right, so Kiyo, as you and Sol are dragging this unconscious figure back, kind of out of the way, you hear from the passage sort of to the left on the lower side of the room that kind of descends back downward. You hear sounds like maybe somebody heard this creature's exclamation of pain before it collapsed. And you think that you might get some company here very shortly.
All right. Well, just deal with those like we did the last one.
All right. So you pull. How far do you pull this? Like, do you kind of just shove it in a corner?
Probably around like there or there.
Okay.
Just because then it's out of the way and also not immediately noticeable.
All right, so Olive, you're playing with these crystals and stuff when Hank kind of gives out a little gasp and points, and you look over to see Kiyo and Solomon dragging this slumped. What now you can see, because the robe is kind of opened up, is this humanoid-looking snake person, and they're just dragging this unconscious, bleeding fellow into the side of the room across the way.
You killed one?
Kiyo shakes, just kind of silently just shakes her head.
Yep, we did.
It's not dead, actually. It's unconscious.
Team effort.
Team effort. High five. I feel so bad that they immediately just instant dropped it.
Yeah.
Kiyo just kind of jealous says, you can get the next one.
Thank you. Well, ladies first, I do believe in that. Olive, it is not dead, as Kiyo noted. So if you wanted to, interview this individual for your newspaper.
Kiyo will kind of point to the entrance and start walking there. And while she's walking to wherever she heard the noise coming from, she'll reach into her bag and just pull out a lasso and throw it on the thing and just point to Olive and then point to the lasso.
Callie
What am I
muted
gonna do
other
with
shit.
that?
She just kind of looks, just says, tie it up.
Hank looks at Olive. He's like, I'll tie it up. I don't want it to bite me.
Also, get the doctor to maybe see if they can stop the bleeding.
Yep. And Dr. Markward will move across the room very tentatively, like looking at it, like eyes a bit wide, kind of moving around.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, no, I don't blame anybody for being like, what the fuck? Kiyo's just dumb and doesn't care about danger.
So, Kiyo, you move back into this space, hearing the sound of approaching footsteps. And as you sort of get about to the center of the room, you see 4 of those smaller snake people that you sort of dealt with, the kind of half snake, half creatures kind of come pouring out of that tunnel at a run, kind of pouring into the room, and seeing you, they yell in surprise as they see you and Solomon entering this, and they look across and they see the slumped form of this other snake person, and they let out an even greater cry. And you can hear something approaching from further down the tunnel as well. And what is their dexterity?
Why do I feel like this was my fault?
Because you brought us here?
Why would you feel that way, Callie?
I don't know why you'd feel that way at all. Now Kiyo's got to kill a bunch of stuff.
Well, you didn't have to kill
I didn't kill the first one. They're still alive. Yes, I did. Yeah, it's not worth the risk of alerting them potentially, which we've now done, but...
Indeed. All right, so...
Now we have to deal with 1, not 2.
These figures come pouring into the room, and there is another larger figure that's looming up sort of behind them. The one that's coming up behind them is another one of these humanoid snake people. This person is wearing a tan robe and is carrying a crystal in one hand and has these 3 other strange-looking rounded egg objects in the opposite hand. And sort of makes eye contact with Kiyo and Solomon across the way. And sort of the lips kind of curl back over the teeth. And it looks like it's going to throw one of these strange greenish, pale green colored sort of eggs at you.
Made out.
So it does. It sort of lobs this strange egg in your direction, and the egg sort of hits the floor at both of your feet, and it starts to emit this sort of greenish, noxious gas underneath both of your feet. And I need you both to roll. You're going to need to roll con rolls, please. You're looking for an extreme success.
How many degrees is an extreme?
An extreme would be, so regular success is on the number, then it's half of that, and then it's, I believe, a fifth.
So I was, sorry, my brain immediately goes to degrees because I'm used to, that's from Warhammer.
Right.
Is degrees, right? So I got a 2.
A 2 out of what?
Just out of 70.
Okay, that would definitely be an extreme success. Because you're looking for one fifth.
Okay.
And Sol got a hard success.
Oh,
now,
okay,
now Sol.
I'm 1 point away from being
You are?
success. Yeah.
Push it.
Do you have any luck?
I have plenty of luck. I'll use a luck point.
Do it.
All right. So this gas is kind of like billowing up around the two of you, but for the moment, you both kind of shake it off. Like you don't feel the effects of it, but the gas is kind of hanging there. It looks like it might stick around for a little bit. And Olive, across the way in the other room, you just see this sort of green cloud erupt around your two friends. And then, one of these other 3 little people goes wide around the room and starts running up and into this other tunnel. running away in that direction. The other three stay out of the zone of the gas, but they kind of spread out around the two of you, watching to see what happens. And then, Olive, from the other room, you see this happening. What would you like to do?
Do I see the big guy with the crystal?
You don't have you don't really have a good line of sight on them because they're still in the other tunnel.
Okay. Well, now I see that my friends are in trouble, so I'm going to sneak up to the opening of the tunnel and see what I can see.
All right, so you're gonna move over. So you move to the tunnel, and you see so you see these three snake people. You just catch a glimpse of the one that runs into the tunnel and disappears, and these other three look like they're just sort of holding back and waiting, as your friends are stuck in this strange green cloud of gas.
Okay. I'm stupid. Now I see the big guy with the crystal.
You can just see him inside the tunnel.
Can I run up to the big guy and jump on his back and try to strangle him?
So you're gonna try to dart past the littler ones and jump on the other fellow?
Yeah, they won't see me coming.
I'm
going balls to the wall, guy.
So just roll me a stealth check to see if you do surprise them. You will have an advantage die because there is this cloud of noxious gas between you and them.
Okay, I got a 9, and my stealth is not written down, so I got a 9 out of 20. So,
all right.
Ellie, I have to ask: does your character sheet say barbarian on it anywhere?
I've actually never played a barbarian. That's my next.
I was wondering if you were playing a different game. We're playing Call of Cthulhu, where death is real and things are terrifying.
We're not playing 5e where it's literally impossible to kill your players after a certain point.
She fears no death, apparently. Because, when I worry about her all the time. I'm like, oh, Olive, she's so stupid. She's gonna die. And then, I get into the zone. I'm like, she's like, nope, I'm just...
What is death?
I'll run through that poison gas and strangle that snake monster with my bare hands.
I'm gonna die anyway.
Roll me an unarmed attack roll to see if you can leap on this thing. And I'm
really curious on how good your unarmed attacks are, too.
He's gonna roll to try to avoid this.
I wonder why he would want to avoid that.
Okay, so I got a 22 out of 25.
Through this green mist and that you're trying to avoid kind of breathing in, the two of you sort of see this shape move past on the fringe of it, leap over the unconscious form of the snake person on the ground. You hear Hank go, "What the fuck?" And you hear a surprised hiss, and you can sort of see this large, almost 7-foot form, and there's this smaller form sort of wrapped around it on its upper back, hanging on, as it's kind of lashing back and forth. And it's like, wait, holy shit, that's Olive.
I say there's only one person dumb enough to do something like that, and it's not the doctor.
So Olive is currently wrestling a snake person.
Callie's taking a page out of my book.
Apparently. So Sol, you are inside of this cloud. You could taste the taste of this in your mouth. It doesn't taste very good. Maybe you don't want to stick around in here very long. Let's see.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be pulling up his bandana that's around his neck and evacuating the area as soon as possible.
Okay, so where are you going? You've got 3 smaller snake people, and Olive's doing something over there.
Yeah, I guess it's close quarters combat. I think he's gonna try to move towards the snake person there, at least out of the fog and everything, and maybe try to take the Bowie knife to it.
So which one?
The top left. Yeah,
Alright.
that one.
All right, so you move to engage the smaller snake person.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna charge for it with the Bowie knife and go for what he assumes to be an artery.
All right, go ahead and try to attack him. He does attempt to fight back as you charge in on him because, well, he doesn't like this.
Of course
He doesn't like this. Let's see here. His unarmed is okay. All right, so he attempts, as you try to stab him, he attempts to give you a nice little bite. But you stab and you kind of glance off his scales and he tries to bite, but you kind of slide past and he misses the bite on your arm. So neither of you manages to gain any ground in this. And then, after Solomon stabs, Kiyo, what would you like to do?
Well, there's a friend in danger, and there's some snakes between me and saving them. So, yeah, no, I'm going to go after the nearest one. But that one or that one. Don't matter which.
All right, so you charge in, clear the cloud, kind of go toward the one that gets you closest to Olive.
Yeah. Sword. Ooh, that's an 80. So matches mine. So success.
All right, so you charge in. He will attempt to dodge that. So he's got to get a hard success to dodge you. Let's see. No, he does not dodge it. So you can roll some damage on him.
Ooh, that's significantly lower. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage.
Okay. Stab him. He hisses in pain, but keeps on his little, like, kind of moves slightly to adjust to the pain. Still alive. All right, so that was Sol. That was Kiyo. Hank finishes tying up the snake person that's on the ground, and then once he finishes, he kind of gets to his feet and slowly starts to make his way into the room. And then, well, Olive's on the back of this person. What will they do? Olive. All right, so you have jumped on their back. They seem very put off by you being on their back. They are going to... they're going to take this crystal in the other hand. It's sort of this pale white crystal. You can see now that you're closer, it appears to have some sort of barrel attached to the crystal part of it itself. And some kind of like trigger device to it. So it is going to try to sort of get the crystal behind its head and point the little barrel in your direction and pull this little trigger and shoot it at you. So, let's see what happens. Now, you could attempt to either dodge. If you dodge, you lose your attack for next turn. If you want to try to fight back, like as it puts it out there, you could try to hit it in response because you're in kind of melee combat. And that wouldn't take away your turn next time. Or you could just see what happens as it tries to shoot you.
If I dodge, will I still be on his back?
Yes, yeah, you literally dodging is more like just kind of getting your head down and out of the way so he can't hit you.
Okay. I'm going to dodge them.
All right, so you're going to now you're trying for a better level of success than theirs. So let's see. So go ahead and roll. And tell me what level of success you got.
Well, I got a 93.
Oh, that's not very successful.
No.
All right, so this individual shoots you with this beam crystal. You feel this sort of electrical shock kind of go through your body. Let's see. So, Kiyo and Sol, you see this sort of bluish light come off the crystal, and then Olive, you will take 8 points of damage.
8?
How many hit points you got there, kid?
Now I have 7.
Okay, what's your total hit points if you didn't take any damage yet?
Well, I have taken damage. I had 15 before.
Right, but what's like your overall total?
My total is 23.
Okay, so it's to track whether or not you got a major wound. This hurts, but it's not a major wound. It's just like it definitely like kind of staggers you for a minute as you're just like, and you stay on its back, but you kind of like it takes a lot to kind of concentrate on not letting go. So
I'm not dead.
You're not dead.
Not yet. Keep on trying, Callie. You'll get it eventually.
You will get there eventually, Olive. All right. So, these other 2 or 3 creatures, let's see. That one got hurt, but he tried to dodge, so he doesn't get to attack this time, but his fellow does. So this one's going to try to bite Kiyo. And will miss Kiyo, and then the other one is going to attempt to bite Solomon. So they gnash their teeth in your direct, like the 2 of you are able to sort of block them, either getting a blade between the teeth to stop the bite or just moving aside. But they don't manage to hurt you. Meanwhile, it is Olive's turn. Olive, that really hurt.
I can't do anything, right? So I can't like attack him.
You can't attack because you tried to dodge, but you could like let go and like move away from it. You still could move away. You just can't use your action to attack it.
Can I try to? This is the whole point of doing this. Can I try to reach for the crystal that he has and like pry it from him?
You're going for the one that he shot you with and not the other 2 like greenish ones that are in the other hand?
Okay. Can I roll to see if like I didn't see, never mind.
Poor Olive.
I don't
Panicked noises.
Panic noises, Callie noises. Yeah, I guess I think that the crystal is the biggest threat since I didn't see him throw the tiny one to do the gas. So I would not be able to conclude that was what those things do. So I will reach for the crystal since it tried to get me.
I will say that's going to be an unarmed contested roll to try to yank it out of its grasp. What is your unarmed, my friend?
I got a 5 out of 25.
Ooh, that's 1/5. So okay, he's gonna see if he can keep it in it. He would have succeeded, except you just grab hold because it's still got it kind of behind its head where it was pointing it, so it can't really see. And you just sort of like grab onto it, and as it pulls its hand back, the crystal is no longer in its hand. You're holding this strange, like, whitish crystal in your hand. You see there's like a little trigger, and it kind of reminds you of a gun. It's the weirdest gun you've ever seen in your life, but it reminds you of a gun.
Okay. So can I still do something? Like, can I jump off of him and like aim it at him and be like, put your hands up?
I'll say you can, like, when you grab it, you could let go and kind of fall to the ground near him sort of on your feet, pointing it at him. Yeah. And he's sort of like looming over you because you're sort of half in a crouch on the ground where you landed, and just staring down at you with this intense, angry stare. Okay, that's Olive. Then...
I'm not trying to die, guys.
Sol.
I think Sol is done with the Bowie knife and being quiet, especially if he sees Olive pick up a magic gun. So I think he's going to try to use his 45 Winchester Centennial and hopefully that might have some purchase. So he's kind of shooting point blank here, but even, as a Union soldier, he would have probably had to do close combat with a bayonet and everything else. So I'm hoping he might have some experience with this. Hey, all right. Thanks, Roll20.
Excellent. It will try to just dodge, but it needs an extreme success, and I don't think that will do it. Let me double check. Dodge. Yep, nope, that will not do it. So you do shoot him. 10 damage. Well,
That's a lot of damage.
let me roll something else then. He collapses and is bleeding and is wheezing. You think that without treatment very shortly, this is very likely going to be a mortal wound.
All right. Well, I'm not taking you to the vet or the hospital or that hospital. No. All right. He's just gonna leave it where it is. It's fallen foe. He'll redirect his attention to the next one.
Okay, so you're gonna move aside and head this way?
Yeah, he'll keep heading like it's down as far as the map goes.
All right, you can see Olive like in the shadow of this large snake figure, sort of just staring down at her. This just very intense look in its eyes as it looks down. It's still holding the two greenish orbs in its other hand as it looks down at her. And then, Kiyo, what are you gonna do?
Well, there's two creatures in front of her. Or, well, one in front, one in behind. So she's going to go after the one she stabbed at earlier. 38. So.
Right. He will attempt to dodge.
Let me see what my hard success is. Okay, yeah, so it's just a regular. It's a, oh, that's a giant person.
Yeah, I know, I love it. I have to make it smaller.
That is a hard success, though.
Okay, so there we go. We'll just say that this represents our dear friend Hank. All right, so that's a hard success. Dodge roll. Boom. 37. That is not going to beat you, so you do hit this small fellow.
Whoop, whoop. That'll be 12 points of damage.
Oof. All right. Also, the same condition as the other. It collapses, and you think will die of its injuries without any sort of care very soon. Then, after Kiyo, Hank is going to come over. He originally did not draw. Now, you handed him a weapon, I think, Sol, and told him not to shoot you in the back.
Yeah, he has my
Yeah.
Revolver.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah, he has my Army Colt 44.
gotcha. So he is going to. I will just use this for him. So he comes up. He doesn't get right next to this thing. He kind of comes up, levels the gun at it, and he's going to shoot at it. And it tries to dodge. Oh, he actually succeeds in dodging. He gets a hard.
That's a very unfortunate damage number.
Yeah, but it succeeds in dodging away from Hank's bullet as Hank fires at it, and then, all right. So the larger snake person looming over Olive looks down at you holding that device, and then lobs another one of those green orbs over your head at the group behind you. So, this green orb hits the ground and once again issues out this noxious green gas. Kiyo and Sol need to roll me con rolls. You're looking for an extreme success.
That's a 1.
A 1? Like a 1-1? That
like
is
a 0-0-1.
That's awesome. All right, so Kiyo, you see it coming. You hold your breath. Sol, you are sort of running over as Kiyo puts down this other creature, and this goes off, and you kind of inhale some of this. And what happens to Sol?
Only good things.
Goes for a nap.
Goes for a permanent nap. One of those dirt naps.
One of the rudest things I think I've ever had in a D&D game was my one player accidentally stunning another player for the entire duration of a combat with the BBEG.
That's no good. All right, so
Because they fucked up and used the thing that would stun both of them. The one villain passed, and the villain passed, our player did not.
So, Sol, you feel all of a sudden like your limbs lock up and your forward motion just keeps you going forward, and you kind of hit the ground and sort of come sliding to a stop. And Kiyo, you watch Sol just slide by and end up kind of lying on his side looking towards you. You can see his eyes like moving, but he just lies perfectly still on the ground at your feet.
Internally, well, that can't be good.
Internally. God damn it.
All right, so after it lobs that, it looks down at you, Olive, and it motions with its other scaly hand, like, hand it back. It doesn't say it, but it gives you this motion, like...
Can I talk to him? Or...
What do you say in that moment when it motions you to hand it back?
I say... I know you can understand me, asshole. Make my friend unfrozen.
Let him go.
Or I'll shoot you. Right here. I'm not afraid to die.
Its mouth opens and rows of teeth show, and you think that it smiles at you, and it says, it hisses out, "You don't know how to use it."
Okay. Alright. I watched him pull the trigger.
You did watch him pull
Right?
the trigger.
Yeah. So, like, would I be able to, with my intelligence of 80, would I be able to figure out how to pull this, how to pull the trigger?
Roll me an intelligence check, Olive.
62 out of 80.
You think you can probably use this? Just roll me a D100.
A 96.
You sort of hold it up, and you kind of pull on the trigger a little bit in anticipation, and you're like, and you realize, oh shit, something like the safety must be on. Like, you think there's something else you have to do to it in this moment.
Mother.
Alright, so, but that's his turn to throw the grenade and to hiss down at Olive. They have this little interchange. And then this other creature that was in the cloud, it seems to also avoid the effect of the gas, and it turns and it also runs into this windy tunnel and disappears up and into the tunnel as it runs away. The doctor has come into the room to check on the other snake person and is just like, Olive, get away from that! So, after... Alright, Olive, so it is your turn. It seems like there is some kind of safety function on this thing you haven't figured out at the moment, and the snake looks like it's, like that slow motion, like, kind of leaning in to take it away from you. What do you want to do on your turn?
I want to I want to get the safety off. I want to shoot him.
Roll a d100 for me.
32.
32. You like turn it upside down, flip it back and forth, and then you sort of realize you kind of like gingerly move the triggering device forward a little bit with your finger, and something clicks, and you see its face like, oh, and now you think you could shoot it with it.
Okay. Can I curse on this stream?
Sure.
I mean, Jeanette has already said fuck once, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've thrown a few out already.
I have the warning on it beforehand, like,
I always have the warning on in any TTRPG stream.
Of course.
Or any stream I'm in, really. Because I know I'm going to drop something at one point, because I'm really bad at not swearing.
I say the most common 19th century phrase, eat shit, and then I pull the trigger at him.
All right, so this would use your handgun skill.
Oh. Don't
I get a bonus for making an awesome line?
Yeah, come on, Jeanette.
Yes, in the words of Abraham Lincoln, eat shit.
It's like one of those the quote things that say Abraham Lincoln. Anyway,
come on.
Do I get advantage?
I will say, yeah, because this is new. I mean, you figured out how you think it works, but...
Callie, you do have a nat 20.
Oh, yeah, do you? Let's see. Callie, you do have a nat 20. D-Sword has 2. Yep.
Can I nat 20?
I mean, it's yours. It was gifted to you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So that's an automatic success. So you shoot him with this weapon, and you do, what's the damage? So it's going to be 8 points of electricity damage that you do with this weapon. Roll me a d6, please.
Oh.
She's like, I don't have one.
All right. 6.
Okay. All right, so, and he will take some damage. He hisses as the electricity arcs over him, and he says, "It's too smart. You haven't been exposed long enough, have you?" And let's see. 2. So I'll do 7. And then I need to roll a d6 as well. Also a 6. Okay. So, after Olive manages to fire this nifty little gun, Sol, you lie there You can't move. Everything is frozen. You can still see, like you can still like look around from your vantage point, but this is probably pretty terrifying because you can't react at all. You're sort of trapped in here. Kiyo, what do you want to do?
Well, the other thing that was in front of me ran away, so I guess I'm gonna help Olive. So yeah, she's gonna head over to the snake lizard monster.
All right. So you head in that direction. Now, this is a tight space, so with Olive there's not a lot of room to get to him. She's kind of between you and this fellow. So, sword-wise, it's going to be difficult to attack him, as you'd get a disadvantage dice for having Olive in your way.
And it would take me a bit of time to drop my weapon and then pick it. Assuming dropping a weapon and then drawing a new one is like a turn, an action, pretty much. All right, screw it. I'll take an attack with my sword.
Okay.
Hey, the exact same at 40.
40. Let's see.
Which is a hard success.
Let's see.
41.
If he...
Because I have each. I think that's...
What is your dodge, my friend?
Yep.
Okay, so... Oof. Well, that's a regular level success for him with his dodge. So he does not dodge that.
Five, 6, 7, 8. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Let's see here. So he slumps backward a little bit, but manages to stay on his feet. And sort of hisses over your shoulder, Olive, at Kiyo, and says, "What has kept you alive? Now we'll kill you." And he's breathing very heavily from this injury. Like, this was very bad.
He just kind of flashes you and says, "You can try. Many have."
Hank, for just a second, seeing Solomon lying on the ground, looks over his shoulder at that open doorway. No one's paying attention. There's a moment. Sol, you can see it too. You see this look kind of cross in his eyes. There's a beat, and then a second beat, and then you see the fight kind of go away, like that fear come back of what could be back there that he might run into. And he doesn't run in that moment. Instead, he actually moves over to where you are on the ground and looks down at you. Hey, you all right? And he leans down, kind of shakes you, and sees your eyes move and is startled by it. Oh, shit. What the hell did that smoke do to you?
If I could blink, I'm blinking like, help me, idiot. I'm just, if I could like squint at him, I'm just, in Morse code. I'm like squinting, just willing him, don't fucking run, Hank.
You see, he sort of leans down, and he kind of starts to sort of like pick you up underneath like your arm to kind of lift you, and he whispers so only you can hear. He's like, "I figured out where I know you from. I know who you are." And then he sort of continues to kind of pick you up and sort of throw you over his shoulders in kind of a fireman carry so that you're not lying there helpless on the ground.
All I picture is fireman carry, but Saul's just stock stiff as a board. So it's more like a torture rack than a fucking fireman's carry.
It's like, just picks him up. Saul's in the perfect position. It's like, I could press with him. He wouldn't go nowhere. All right, so he does lift you up, though, and now he has you on his shoulders. And then, Hank went snake person, very injured, starts to, using the wall for balance, starts to push and move his way back down this hallway, leaving a trail of his blood down the hallway behind him, disappearing a little ways around the corner. And starting to hiss in a language that you don't understand very loudly. Olive, Kiyo, you think maybe calling for help? You're not sure? But in this moment, I will ask, are you going to pursue him as he runs away? You do know that 2 of these smaller snake creatures disappeared up the spiraling corridor in the north. And now he's slithering away, crying out for help. And you're sort of all in this room. Sol is unmoving, but still alive. So what do you want to do? Do you want to give chase? What's the plan?
Kiyo plans to give chase to the big one.
Yeah, Olive too.
I figure it's better to go after the one we know is somewhat hurt rather than go after the ones that are pretty much full and have at least 1 turn head start on us.
Also, he's calling for help, so like the need in Olive's mind to like make sure that he doesn't call for help is
Stop him from calling for help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. He moved down the hallway. Kind of rounded the corner. Olive, you are the fastest to react to him running away. What do you want to do?
I shoot him if I can.
So you'll have to kind of run a little ways after him to sort of get him back in sight. He sort of went around the corner, but you could get close enough that you could attempt to fire at him.
I'm gonna die. I started this. I'm gonna go close enough to him that I can shoot him.
All right, so you get probably within about 10 meters of him, run around the corner. You do see as you round the corner, a few more of those little snake people running into the view. You also notice that the room you're running into looks like sort of a general sort of like maybe living quarters for these creatures. Looks like this is some kind of what would pass for a living room in your home. There's some chairs and things like that kind of spread around the room. And there's also some shelves and some desks here. There also are some triangular metal plates hanging around the walls. Not sure what those are. And you can see there's a few more corridors that lead into and out of this room. So go ahead and try to shoot at this this snake person.
No. 78.
All right, so you fire the beam weapon. Roll me a d6 for me.
3.
3, okay. I will say that you're pretty sure that this thing has some sort of like number of charges, because you feel as you fired it twice, like it's getting lighter, like it's gonna run out of juice at some point. All right, so after Olive, Sol, you are on the shoulders of Hank, and he sort of looks. He's got your head so he can see you, and he says, "Am I following them with you, or am I keeping you here?" Blink once for yes, twice for no.
I indicate to follow them.
Shit.
I was gonna say, this is a very poor yes or no. Do you want me to follow them or stay here? Yes or no answer.
He thought better of it after a second, but it's Hank. Give him a break.
Fair enough.
The doctor.
What's your favorite color? Nope. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So he will move up behind you, Kiyo, carrying Sol on his shoulders, and he'll be like, I'm indisposed with your friends, so you're gonna go ahead of me. And he waits for you to move ahead. So you can move ahead, Kiyo, if you feel.
Kiyo kind of looks as he walks up behind her. What are you gonna do? Smack them with him?
He wants to go. He said so. Believe me, if I said run out of here, I'd take him and run.
Kiyo does not look shocked by that and will... Well, now since, we're off of quiet things, she will sheath her sword and break out her shotgun.
Oh. Okay.
Because here's the thing. The shotgun does a lot more damage.
Especially up close. So where are you? You run after Olive down around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
You see she kind of is stopped in the entrance. You can see the larger snake that you have injured. You can see these smaller snakes coming in and coming around the corner. What do you want to do?
Well, I assume I can't shoot if I've gotten a new weapon this turn, right?
Yeah. You sort of pull it out.
Yeah.
So do you stay behind Olive, or do you sort of muscle your way in front of her?
She's going to muscle her way in front of Olive.
Olive, do you let her go by?
No.
Ha!
But I...
Do you both want to roll me a contested strength roll to see?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, sure.
That's funny. Oh.
So I got a regular success.
I got where's my strength? I got a 22 out of 45.
That's a hard success.
Yeah.
So as Kiyo tries to muscle past Olive is like not having any of it.
And Kiyo just say,
Mom arm,
Kiyo
boom.
just say, get down. Because she has a shotgun behind Olive.
All right, so
that will 100% shred her.
After, so Hank follows with Sol on the shoulders down the corridor. The doctor sort of bringing up the rear as not to be left behind just in case something else attacks. Though she is looking over her shoulder.
I assume she's more or less facing behind us while we're going forward.
Definitely, she's got her gun out. She's facing back up the corridor, like if anything comes that way, she's gonna shoot. And then, all right. So on its turn, seeing you all coming, seeing the weapons, this other snake person continues to sort of move out of the way, and you see another individual step into view. This person looks a little odd. Well, it is the size and sort of, bipedal snake form like these other two snake people you've seen. This one has a much, blunter snout, and the fangs are sort of on the outside of the jaw, not the inside. You kind of look at it, and then you look at the smaller snake creatures that are sort of there, and you look at him again, and he looks like he's sort of a larger mutated version of one of them versus one of these regular snake people. So he steps into view, and he's wearing a brown tunic. All right, so he's got nothing in his hand, so he kind of comes around. He just steps over this other, smaller snake people, sort of plugs the hole, and just punches a big meaty fist at Olive's face. So he's trying to punch you in the face, Olive.
Okay.
So you can, because this is a melee attack, you could fight back, which you would roll your unarmed attack, and if you get a better success than he does, you would do damage to him, or Olive could attempt to dodge it, which would take away your action next turn, but you could try to just get the hell out of the way. But he is going to try to punch you. So, where is he? It's over here. So I'll roll, and then if he succeeds at punching you, then you can decide if you want to fight back or dodge. So he succeeds, and that is a success. That is a hard success. To punch you in the face, Olive.
gonna.
So you would need an extreme success to either dodge or punch him back. Or you can just take a punch in the face.
It doesn't matter. I guess I'd try to fight back.
Okay.
Cross counter.
69.
Nice.
Olive, this meaty, large fist hits you in the face for 4 points of damage.
I'm gonna die, guys.
Olive's
I
head
tried to get in front of you.
Olive's head like whips backward, like blood splats on the wall where she's standing. If Kiyo wasn't right behind Olive probably would have at least fallen on her ass, but Kiyo, you managed to like bump her back up.
Those 3 hit points make me look.
You're
Probably beat to shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
This like, I'll say that the electrical damage you took, you looked like your hair was kind of sticking up, and there's like this singed smell coming off of you, and now like you just get punched, and your face already starts to swell where it hit you. You probably are a little bit dizzy. Whew. Okay.
I'm going down fighting. I know I'm gonna die here.
You're not gonna die.
So, after the big snake punches, the little snakes kind of can't get around him, so they're sort of milling behind him in the doorway. But he stays right there. Olive,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are just kind of like, you're seeing a little bit of stars, like you're kind of like, shake your head to clear your vision. Luckily, there's a Kiyo that's kind of holding you up behind you.
I will. I mean, it's Olive. So. She picks up the crystal gun and she'll aim it right in his face.
Oh boy.
And she says, "Just tell me one thing. What are you?"
It says nothing. From over its shoulder, the other one hisses, "We are the rightful people of this planet."
Wrong answer, and then I shoot him.
I feel there is no right answer in this situation.
No. I got a 2 to shoot him.
You got an extreme success.
Hell yeah.
All right, so you do 8 points of damage, like just the full load. Roll a d6 for the gun for me.
4.
4. All right. Let's see. Left. Let me roll. You shoot him with the gun, and while you can see it doesn't kill him, he goes backward from the impact and the electrical shock. I think that because he punched you and was so close, you shot this right in his face. And he sort of staggers back and falls over and hits the ground. Still breathing, but the blast from the gun knocked him unconscious.
Nice.
Okay. I will be right back. There's cats fighting outside.
Not cats fighting.
We
So,
got lizards fighting here. We got cats fighting there.
it's true. All right. So, Sol, you are still on Hank's shoulders. You're seeing all of this. He's got you facing, like, so you can see. He does kind of, like, bump you against the walls as he's walking because he can't, like, he like tries to like bring your legs down, and he's like, "This is fucking awkward, Sol."
Yeah, it's like foreheads hitting cave walls and shit like that. Yeah.
Oh, that hurts too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does.
As someone who's gone caving a lot, it fucking hurts if you don't have a helmet on.
So Kiyo, Olive is bleeding from the nose. Looks like she's gonna have a hell of a shiner, and is barely sticking on her feet. But she just knocked out this big, meaty-looking snake person. What do you want to do?
I assume to try to get past her, I'd have to actually force past her, right?
I would say she probably would try to stop you again. So why don't you roll with advantage? Let's ask her. Hey, Olive, would you let Kiyo go by you now, or are you gonna still try to keep her behind you?
I'll let her go by me.
Feel Olive doesn't really know what's coming or what's moving at this point.
Where does
Yeah.
Kiyo head? Like, you have two smaller snake people, and then you have the one that's bleeding, who is actually staring at the unconscious bigger brute with the mouth like agape.
She just kind of steps out, shotgun in hand. Are you gonna keep running? I
Don't-
really don't want to chase you anymore.
Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
Stand down then.
Kind of like leans against one of the pieces of furniture here, staring at you, hisses something at the smaller snake people, who sort of hiss in return, but they sort of like kind of get lower to the ground and sort of back away a little bit. One of them sort of going over and sort of looking at the larger fellow who's unconscious.
No. He'll just kind of keep the gun still leveled at the one and probably move a little closer just to kind of get out of the hallway. Now, how do we get our friend unstuck?
It doesn't last long. It's to incapacitate, so we can put you in prison.
Feel that you're just as bad at doing this as the other people who try to do that. And she'll say that with a kind of a smirk.
Use the new ones to town. Haven't been in town long enough. That's why you're so sneaky and able to come into our lair.
Yeah, you didn't hide it particularly well.
You were the first to find it.
Keep thinking that.
What's you want?
Kiyo kind of looked at Olive.
The doctor is like standing over Olive, inspecting Olive's injuries. And I'm gonna roll a first aid roll.
I wonder how bad of a concussion Olive has from that punch.
So bad. So
So,
badly.
so Olive, you get 1 hit point back from the first aid check. So the doctor like pulls out and sort of just starts
Band-Aid.
wrapping your head. It's like, oh, you better not go to sleep tonight until you're probably gonna have to stay up for at least 24 hours. Sol, all of a sudden, your legs sort of flop down, and your arms flop, and Hank almost drops you as you sort of become a little more like movable, and you feel like all of a sudden you can talk and move again.
God, they okay. Oh,
Oh,
man,
he's
that
alive!
was-
He's alive! Oh, he's alive! Oh, yep.
Oh shit. Yeah. Stop reminding me. Oh man, that was stiff. I had I had a Charlie horse like the whole time. All right. And we're stretching. All right. Hey, good job, everybody.
Snake person just sort of looks just annoyed, but also is like dabbing at its wound and like flinching.
So,
How many townspeople have you taken?
How many?
Oh,
Yes.
As many as we need. And when we lose one, we take more.
That's not a number.
I forgot you're smart enough to know numbers still. So,
She kind of just looks at it. I can at least count to 5.
we has more. We has more than 5.
Good. So we're going to let those out then. Got it. Which ones?
They will not like you letting out the guests. We need them to tests before we send the rest to the towns.
Kiyo kind of looked at Olive and said, how much do you need for this story? Or will this suffice?
I think this is good enough.
First time being punched, Olive?
I think it's a bit more than being punched, honestly.
I'm going to make the joke. I'm sure Hank would say, not Hank, sorry, Duncan would say otherwise, because Kiyo hits like a fucking truck. I think if I remember properly, the maximum damage Kiyo can do with her fist is something like 9 or 10 points of damage.
It's a good thing Kiyo only has one fist. Because that would be... Could you imagine? Double...
She would be the most unstoppable. She'd be the most deadly woman here. I guess I should say she already is the most deadly person here, I think. But...
I just shot at the guy. I just took down a dude by myself. I think I'm pretty deadly.
The snake person leaning heavily against the far wall looks at you and says, "You're so confident. You've just met some of us. Now the others will know you're here. You won't get out of here alive."
I got plenty of ammo.
They'll just bring the mountain down on your head.
We're gonna get out of here alive. I'm gonna tell you why we're gonna get out of here alive. Because you are gonna be the guide. Or I will shoot every single one of these kids. Are they kids?
I cocks up like one eye a little bit wider open than the other. These are servants.
I'll shoot you.
You can kill me, but the others will kill you or just bury you here.
Kiyo kind of looked at Olive. So are we done here?
Yeah.
All right. Kiyo is going to walk up closer with her shotgun. Kind of still pointed at them. And she'll just more or less woof. Just backhand with the shotgun.
All right, so you're gonna hit him with the shotgun. So make me use like a club, like roll like an unarmed to crack him upside the head with it. It will attempt to move its head out of the way.
That's an extreme success for me.
All right, it only gets a regular success for the dodge roll, so you do crack it. How many hit points do you do to hit it? I assume you're trying to knock it out.
Yeah. So 3 plus. That's 9 points of damage.
All right, so you crack it right across the head, and it slumps to the ground. You're pretty sure that not only did you knock it out, you may have done some permanent damage. The smaller snake creatures hiss in panic, and they bolt for the exit when you do this. Like they bolt down the hallway, just run away.
All right, Kiyo kind of looked to Olive and looked at it. All right, we need to get down to the other area quick then.
Okay.
Hank's
to the others.
Hank's looking around. He's like, so, we were, I think we gotta go back the way we came up and back to that entrance, because the way that they brought me out was, further down below. I don't know what's up where those other... He looks back up the tunnel. I don't know what's up where those other people went.
Should we Kiyo just kind of point to this over here and say, "Go that way."
I mean, maybe it goes down, so maybe it goes. I'm not sure where it goes. Maybe they're running to warn the people keeping the prisoners. But yeah, let's go that way.
Quick. Yeah, Kiyo kind of nod and just start heading that way.
All right, so you leave multiple unconscious or dead snake people.
Kiyo just say, "Wait a moment, I need to get my last two back."
Okay. So you go back up into the other room?
Back up there quickly, untie.
Now, you never did investigate the room that was off to the left up there.
Nah, is there anything catches her eye as she walks by?
Make a spot roll for me, and we'll see if you notice anything.
Can I go up there and get some of the crystals and, like, put them in my bag?
Sure, so Olive, you could run back up that way, too.
Okay.
If they're running up there, I'll hang back and talk to Hank real quick.
All right.
I got a regular success.
Okay, so 4. All right, so as you run past, you do sort of see what jumps out to your attention at first is you notice a collection of those funny-looking crystal guns that Olive is shooting at the creature now that she took it away from the other one. You also notice nearby those, you think you see some of those strange green egg-shaped, what were the grenades that had the gas in them? And there's some other things in there that you'd have to look closer to see what they are.
Well, she'll first collect her lasso. And then, she'll head over there and take a look, because now she's curious.
Okay, so I will say you see there are 10 opaque egg-shaped devices that are about 2 inches long. And they have a bluish stain on one side. There are 12 of those funny little crystal guns that Olive is wielding. There are, 10 of those crystals that you know are some sort of communication device. There is 8 of these amber-colored crystal cylinders that are about 4 inches long and 1 inch in diameter, and they have black triangular marks on each end. There are 20 of those greenish grenades that you know release that gas. And there are 30 of those crystals that you recognize as the crystals in the decorations in town. So you think that they're like the capture devices that get the sound in the video and sort of bring it back through these scrying devices. So there's
not going to take any of those.
30 of those.
Got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of debate on how many could Kiyo take of these things.
They're not very large. If you have a bag, I mean,
which I'm pretty sure Kiyo does.
Yeah, like the biggest things are the 4-inch long cylinders, but you're talking like if you have a big enough bag, you could fit all of these things into a bag if you wanted to take them.
Yeah, no, she's gonna collect as much as she can.
Okay, you don't take the scrying crystals or those, but you take the other.
No, screw the scrying crystals. We don't want those. She doesn't want those anywhere near her, because those can tell people what she's doing if she's talking near it.
All right, so you take what you know to be the strange paralysis grenades, you take the weird cylinders, you take the beam weapons, and you take the funny crystals with the little stain on the side.
Yep, she's taking pretty much everything she can except for the scrying stuff, because aside from those things, she doesn't. She's like, I don't know what some of these do. I will love to find out.
Mm-hmm. All right. So meanwhile, while that's happening, so Sol, you're still there with Hank. Dr. Viola has followed Olive and is sort of tittering after her, trying to check out some of her other wounds and stuff. So it's just you and Hank kind of left together in this corridor.
Hank, I want to take a second and while they're all gone, not that I wouldn't do this in front of them, but I wanted to thank you personally for not rabbiting and for picking me up. You easily could have left me there. I know we've had our animosity. I did hear you. Where do we know each other from? I know you look familiar, and I thought it was just wanted posters and everything, but
I remember you. You served in the war.
I did. I have most certainly not been secretive about that at all. And you did too, didn't you? You said you were a veteran.
I did. We crossed paths, I think. Did long distance from here, what seems a lifetime ago. Not for any length of time, but you're older, a little more beard on the face. But I remember seeing you.
Yeah. Was it good circumstances or bad?
Well, we both went our separate ways without any hurt, and I'm not memorable enough, it seems, for you to really think about me, so it seems like you didn't end up on my bad side. But I had a bad side. Let's just say that my service didn't end in accolades and glory.
Well, Hank, you weren't. You were far from being alone on that. And if anything, it's a compliment that I don't remember your face, because the faces I do remember are from the men that I killed, and they come back to me every night. And I'm glad yours wasn't one of them. But I do hope that you have turned your life around from what you say, but let's get out of this, all right? And any past ills, I think, can wait until we've handled snake people.
Well, you owe a big thank you to Luke. Wasn't for my concern about that boy in particular, I'd have been gone a long time ago, or left you to your own devices here. But I can't leave him in this kind of situation. He's the only good thing that I've ever really had in my life. I don't have any kids of my own. My sister's a good woman, but I look at Luke like he's my own.
Well, I tell you what, I'll watch your back through this, and you watch mine, and hopefully we both can get out of this, and we can make sure that Luke has a good life.
Well, for any reason I don't get out of this snake-infested cave, just make sure that boy's all right. And if we don't stop them and you get away, you get my sister and her family and you get them the hell out of Stillwater.
You have my word on that.
Appreciate it. He puts his hand out and he says, at least till we get out of here alive, I won't do anything stupid. And he kind of gives you a little grin.
I figure that's all I can ask. And I shake his hand.
Excellent. So, I think that's a good spot right now, with all of you collecting items and things like that, and this lull in the moment to call this for this week.
I've made a little sticky note of Olive dead, but she didn't die!
She's not dead yet.
Not yet.
Humble that up, Callie. Throw that out.
Yay!
She got punched full in the face by the biggest, meatiest snake person you've met yet, and she's still on her feet, not dead. That is an accomplishment.
I'm proud of her.
Mm-hmm.
He did good.
I tried really hard not to die.
Did you, though?
I highly doubt that, considering you didn't let Kiyo move in front. Because Kiyo still has all 30-something of her HP.
I just wanted to shoot the guy, and you
She
wouldn't
could have
let me
shot
shoot the
him
guy.
from behind Kiyo. It's not like Kiyo's this big, imposing block. She's
she
4'8".
Yeah, I
Literally.
will note, I think both Kiyo and Sol both have all of their hit points.
I think so,
Yes.
too. The Doctor and Olive are the two who have taken damage throughout this.
Kiyo has 32 of 32 HP.
Olive is tanking the hell out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God,
I cannot
all of-
believe she's still alive.
All of
Over
that
the-
one person in every MMO game who's just like, oh, I'll just out DPS the tanks, and just suddenly gets punched repeatedly.
The
And
best
sometimes
is
they
like,
barely
this is
manage to-
over the course of like 2 days. Olive has just slowly, like, she got thrown off a horse. She, had this happen, that happened. And like, she's literally now just standing there, like, one eye partially swollen, nose, okay, fat lip, like, doing okay. I'm doing okay.
Olive is Leroy
God.
Jenkins.
Mm-hmm. If Duncan were here, he'd be like, what the hell's wrong with you? No, this is
way
where we
too
run away.
Try saying that to any of our dumbass characters.
It's true.
Kiyo doesn't run for much.
He's just in town. Like, I don't know where they all went.
He's just
Are they
having
coming
a good
back?
time.
He's kind of like wondering if his friends are coming back, if you guys all
Oh.
left. Like, he doesn't know. So anyway, all right. Why don't we go around and we'll do a few plugs. Why don't we start with you, Callie, since Olive's alive?
Yeah.
Yay!
You can find me at CapsCallie on Twitter. I do art. I have commissions open. Tomorrow I have a game at 7:30 on Scotty Hood's channel. It's Mists of Crin's Valley. It's Humblewood combined with Curse of Strahd. We are in the castle. And we have none of our weapons that we're supposed to get, and nothing that we were supposed to do.
So you made a grave mistake.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't the one who
Good
wanted
pun.
to go to the castle. I wasn't the one who wanted to go to the castle, but I made friends with a witch last time. I was trying to find her cat. So I'm thinking maybe I could friendship my way through this. Even though I know it's impossible. But anyway, check that out.
Callie, it's kind of on brand. Like, hey, we did this, and now we did something, and we're doing the wrong thing. I like it.
I like how all my characters are in a sticky situation. Anyway.
I mean, it leaves things interesting for the next session, so. All right, so how about you, Vex? What do you got going on?
Well, you can find me at my Twitter handle at VexyHexy. You can also find me on Twitch, where I will be soon adding 2 new games to my channel on Fractured Moon D&D. We're adding potentially, I don't know when, a masked game, possibly likely ran by my girlfriend, Hera. Also, we'll be starting another game with Callie in it as well. This one is next week? Yeah, next week. On Thursday at 7, 8, I'm not sure which time.
Yeah.
I'm never sure with our time. I'll ask Aya. But, and it will be a bubblegum shoe game where I think we've named Saffron Academy, where we play a bunch of magical characters going to school. It's like Harry Potter, but not made by a turtle, and is actually written well.
I like it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And then also on Saturday at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. I think is the time. I cannot remember. I'm horrible with time. Time is a weird thing. I run a game. I GM a game where we're transitioning off of Goats of Saltmarsh, and we're kind of the crew is kind of pirates right now. In a way, they're on a pirate's ship. They ended up joining a pirate crew that they were supposed to kick out of the city. So we'll see where that goes.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. And how about you, D-Sword? What do you have going on?
Couple of things. If you want to follow me on social media, my handle for most things is dsword16. Every Saturday, I DM over on the Stalwart Initiative for our ongoing Dark Matter campaign, which is D&D 5e using the Mage Hand Press setting Dark Matter, which is D&D in space. It's a lot of fun. So my players in that are also kind of scum and villaining their way through the verse right now, but they're kind of pirating. So that's 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time over on the Stalwart Initiative. Come check that out. We'll be session 5 this coming week. Of course, every Tuesday I'm here, every other Tuesday. And if you listen to podcasts, you can find a podcast that I co-host with my lovely friend Heavenly, Monster Crush. It's a show that is It's a little sexy, surprisingly educational, very monstrous, a little spooky. We talk about different monsters and cryptids and other paranormal entities and whether they'd be good on a date and whether they'd be good to smooch. So if you've ever wondered about any of the monsters in this game, or Bigfoot or Mothman, and whether, they bring you flowers or perhaps would be worthy of a second date, check that out wherever podcasts are found. And if you enjoy it, leave us a review. We always appreciate it.
Like it. Very good. All right. And I'm Jeanette. Hi. You can find me here every other Tuesday playing this game. Coming close maybe to the end. I don't know if, now that they're attacking snake people inside their lair, who knows what's going to happen next. But every other Tuesday, 7 p.m. And then every other Sunday at 4:30 p.m. we play some Skull and Shackles here as a D&D 5e game. And every other Monday, so the off Monday from this game at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we play some more Call of Cthulhu in the Old West. We're playing Beneath the Burning Sun, and we may be only 1 or 2 sessions away from the end of that small campaign, so that's what I have going on. And then on Saturdays, you can find me over on Scotty Hood's channel at 3 p.m. playing Chaos Crew, and every other Saturday at 7 p.m. playing Ghost of Saltmarsh. So, yeah, that's what's happening here. So... thank you everyone who watches and who catches us later, and we missed our doctor, but we hope that she will feel better and be back for next session to admonish Olive and just worry over all her injuries at this point. But thank you all. This was a fun session, and I'm curious to see what happens. And Callie, congratulations on not being dead yet.
Yay!
You get to play another session! Yay!
Yeah.
And also, when Callie mentioned doing art, just so you know, the character art was done by Callie. So, just a little example.
They're amazing.
Yes, they are. I love
Callie
them.
does amazing art.
So thank you, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Take care, have a great week, and goodbye.
Bye.